I'd like to call the regular meeting to order, and we'll start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you for that. Could I get a motion to approve tonight's meeting agenda?
I'll motion.
Could I get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? We have a lot of people in the audience, community forum. Okay, I will make the motion that, let me get to the right page here, that Central Square School District Board of Education, no, that's the wrong one, I apologize. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make the motion that the Central Square School District Board of Education hereby move into executive sessions to discuss matters leading to the appointment of one particular person with action to follow. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? We'll see you in a couple minutes. Yeah, no.
Wherever, yeah, so I'll just give you 13 then,
Okay.
if you want. Or 10, you can have some spots to yourself if you want, whatever.
Oh, no, I, okay, could I get a motion to return back to open session?
I'll motion.
And second, any discussion? All those in favor? Okay, we have no special presentations to the board. Could I get a motion for item E in its entirety?
I'll motion.
Okay, in a second, any discussion? All those in favor?
Okay, I'd like to congratulate Vanessa McLowry, our new Brewerton Elementary principal. I'll get to your meeting.
No, thank you. It was really nice meeting you. Congratulations. Okay, could I get a motion for item F in its entirety?
I'll motion.
And second, any discussion? All those in favor? On to item G, we don't have a student rep, which is pretty normal at this time of year, so, yeah, it gets close. Any board members who would like to report on anything?
I mean, I'll just, Ted, I don't know what's going on, but it's like insanely loud. I just wanted to recognize all the people that came out last night, and I thought it was a great event, and I thought there was a lot of important information shared, and it seemed like digested by the crowd, and so I hope people left feeling more informed and more confident about how much effort we're putting into trying to minimize the cuts and minimize the impact those cuts have on our students, but also trying to be fiscal stewards and making sure that, you know, the amount of money that the district spending is, you know, reasonable, and that asking for the tax cap is not, you know, it's not negotiable this year. It just isn't with a 1% raise from the state. So, but I thought it was a great event.
Yeah, and I'd like to second that. I thought it went really well, and the questions were good, and audience participation, and, you know, hopefully it helps, you know?
There was a lot of tone, and it shifted the entire time. There was, you know, people frustrated about one thing, and then there was information provided, and it seemed like that quelled down, and then something else would pop up. And so I thought it was a wonderful exercise that I wish more of the community would participate in and or at least become knowledgeable about. I hope everyone in that room heeded Dave's advice with respect to the TEL 10. I mean, we've all talked about it the night of the vote, or the day of the vote. We all send our text messages and try to spread the word. But just with respect to the messages, the information that was collected by that group of people last night, who obviously aren't the only ones that wanted that information. A lot of them seemed like representatives for a group of people. And I'm hoping that that message and that information, you know, got sent out. I know Tom shared some information that was a subject of discussion about the music versus the athletic program cuts. And, you know, he sent that out. It's on the, it's on the website. I did send it to a few of the people that I knew personally that were at the meeting, that I know will get it to the people that were, you know, inquiring about it. So again, you know, it's hard to look at a PowerPoint and understand all the intricacies that Maureen knows and Tom knows, and some of us that, you know, attend the meetings know. But, you know, the savings that we're making are far greater than the cuts that we're making. So, you know, the things that we're saving, the things that we're trying to preserve. So I just, you know, I hope that the community walked away appreciating and kind of feeling that.
Well, anytime you can get a presentation from Maureen about the budget is a good thing.
Yes.
Much appreciated. Anybody else?
Middle school had an open house last week. It was very well attended. I thought all the teachers were there, all the teams, admin. We had basket raffles and stuff like that. It's always nice to see the community in the buildings. There's great artwork and projects that were happening there. So thank you for everybody that came and participated in that as well.
Oh, and Tom's probably gonna cover this, but the art in the atrium thing,
Yeah, it was
attended that as
awesome.
well. It was fantastic. The amount, just the talent of the students and walking around and.
It's incredible.
It's so incredible. I mean, I feel like I'm walking around, like a museum
Mm-hmm.
of fine art, honestly.
Anybody else? Okay, Tom, take it away.
Yeah, so I'll just quickly lead off by saying I usually save all the other good news for the like a normal board meeting. Today's the BOCES one, but art in the atrium was fantastic, as Christy said. Always well attended. It was great to see Missy Stats came and the kids were all giving her love, and that's awesome. And then cabaret was again fantastic. It's always a packed event, so that was wonderful. As you guys said, I promised that I would have the reductions on there and for athletics and for fine arts, and they're on our website right now, as I said that they would be. I had already shared that with a couple of parents. They were very grateful, and they said that's good to see because what they saw it and what they understand now is that last year it was sports that had the brunt of the reductions, and then to the tune of $117,159 with additional $10,095 this year. So the total for athletics is a reduction from the 25-26 school year, 26-27 school year of $127,254. And then for band, fine arts, it last year was $57,851. And for 26-27, it was an additional $28,343. And just a little clarification, so where it says increased booster support, so that was working with Mark Woods, and he took certain things out that he felt that the boosters would be able to cover. That's what that means. I talked to one band parent, and they're aware of that. They were understood. So the total for band for the two, this current year and then next year, is $86,194. And if you look, more kids are involved in sports. So when you look at the 127, you look at the 127,254 and the 86,194, it does look equitable. And I had a conversation with a parent about that, and they said that gives us more information than what we were looking at the slideshow before when it said the soccer coach. They're able to look at that and see that. They're also very happy to see the special patrol officer, and I will let it be known that the Board of Education did not feel good about reducing that, and several board members had talked to me leading up to that, and what they were approving was the total number and for more conversations, which we did and we had. And I agree too. And look, at the end of the day, yes, the trooper barracks is right behind it and whatnot, but if anyone asked me, would we be reducing our overall safety and security? Of course we would, because we wouldn't have someone there. And then it just seems like every week there's Clinton Middle School was very scary. Thank God that father heard his daughter saying something about, like, really? You're going to shoot up the school? And then his radar went off, and he was actually the one that called 911. It was on the news. And then the principal that got shot in the leg is he stopped a mass shooting. So we're at a stage right now where, we're in a mental health crisis for numbers of different reasons in our country, and we can't reduce that. So I think it was a really good opportunity for people to hear people say, we can't cut special patrol officers. They're talking about a number of different things. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll stop talking, is anytime that people come in and they think that what they want to save from being reduced is the most important thing, then they have a different perspective. When I was leaving, I had some parents say, I came in here because I didn't want any band reduced at all. I didn't even think about that with special patrol officers or the work that the counselors are doing. I wasn't aware that we didn't have counselors before at the elementary. So it put things in perspective. I thank the board members that, had the opportunity to speak up to. My cabinet, all of us felt very supportive. We worked very hard, and I'm glad that this board is involved. For anyone watching this board doesn't rubber stamp anything. I get asked the hard questions, as I should, as all superintendents should, by their Board of Educations. Been here 10 years as a superintendent, and never once did I go into a board meeting and not have some type of pit in my stomach, because my job is to make sure that the 9 board members' voices are heard. And if it ever is a situation where I don't feel that way, where any superintendent doesn't feel that way, then they're not doing their job. And it's super important that people understand that. So we're working our tails off. We're in a little bit of an influx, and I will say right now, and we knew it was coming, but Paul Brissett did put in his retirement letter. So we're in the process right now. Maureen, as I had said yesterday, has given her heart and soul to this district. We're in the process right now of heavily recruiting, because it is the transfer portal. If you just leave it up to who puts in, we've got like teachers that have applied, not even in our district, but not even business teachers, to be a business manager. But we're in heavy recruitment mode, and we feel really comfortable. And my job is to make sure that we put in the very best business administrator, and that there's a whole series of things after that. Mary Ellen Camiso is also retiring at the end of this year, which is our payroll clerk. And anyone that knows this district realizes that it's a tremendous job, because we have such a huge transportation department, and every time there's another McKinney-Vento situation and a new bus driver and a new run, all of that drives another bidding process, which changes payroll. So that's a lot. And so our job is to make sure that we bring in the very best business administrator, that we are able to bring in the best facilities manager, or facilities director. 3 is what he currently was, and we're looking at all of that. And the key part there is the person that we're going to be able to bring in as a business manager. Again, like I said, I liken it to the transfer portal. It's our job is to make sure that we are getting the very best, that will be here for a long time. And that's what I'm committed to. So we're working very hard in that process. That concludes my superintendent report.
Okay. I will make the motion that the Central Square School District Board of Education move to approve the 2026 through the 2027 Oswego County BOCES administrative budget in the amount of $9,791,909.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, this requires a roll count vote. Take it away, Pearl.
Steve Patch,
Yes.
Christy Fishman,
Yes.
Kim Douglas. Brian Lucas. Yes. Brian Mather. Yes. Ken Sherman. Yes. Dave Tacton. Yes. And Lori.
Okay, motion carries. Next, we have, can I get a motion for H2?
I'll motion.
Can I get a second? Any discussion? Now, Pearl, do we have to vote for each one individually?
Yes, I have to do,
A roll call for each one?
not a roll call, you just need to show your hands if you're going for a yes for the first one, and then the second one and the third one.
Okay, could I, first up is Brian Hangsing, 3-year term, Oswego County District. All those in favor? Okay. Second is Amy Shaw. All those in favor? And John, number 3, John Shalmadine? Shalmadine?
He's been there forever, hasn't he?
It's- Are you questioning whether he's alive or not? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Okay. On to item H3. Can I get a motion for H3? Any discussion? All those in favor? And item I, adjournment. Can I get a motion? Any discussion? All those in favor? That's a wrap.